Generally, it is about awareness creation. Sometimes people may not have the information. It's about lack of education, especially in the rural facilities. So I think it's just creating public awareness on the laws that exist. That if you do this kind of practice this kind of cultural, which are harmful cultural practices, then there are laws that will deal with you. Especially FGM, it is prohibited, and people are practicing. You can be jailed for conducting an FGM. So some of them are not well informed about those kind of laws. So it's just to educate with the county commissioner. Issues to do with teenage pregnancy, again, some of them just came because of some of them are issues to do with rape, issues to do with again gender-based violence, and then that's why again we also need to educate them on those kind of issues. So it's more of public education and public awareness, and that's the role of the National Council for Population and Development. Bringing multi-sectoral partners together so that at least they inform the public on these issues on population and development. Another thing that we discuss here is about what we call the demographic dividends. Kenya is a very youthful population. We move from a child-based population, and right now we are a very youthful population. This is a double-edged sword. If we don't use this youth at the moment, then they can also be a curse. And that's why we're saying we need to do the right investment in terms of manufacturing, in terms of industries, in terms of giving them the right skills, and also giving the right governance structure, so that at least this youth enjoy an area that they can also air their grievances, their challenges, and again so that they can prosper as a nation. So our vision is to have a quality population in all dynamics, in terms of health, education, in terms of gender equality and many other things. So
specifically what you have discussed is that we are law enforcement officers, and the law is there concerning FGM, and we should apply. But we should also not forget that these are cultural issues, and cultural issues has to be has different approaches. We are trying to reduce. We are using our chiefs, our assistant chiefs, village elders, and community leaders, especially religious leaders, so that they can talk to the members of the public to avoid these heinous cultural practices. We are not saying all cultural practices are bad, but cultural practices which are unlawful, which have been prohibited in the country, should not be allowed to be practiced.
The poverty level of this area is very high, and so the young girls are being lured by older men, and so that they can support themselves in terms of lifestyle. They'll be given a very good lifestyle, and through that luring they'll be able to get the high level of unwanted pregnancy. Unwanted pregnancy, kwanza, population itakuwa high, and secondly, kutakuwa na a lot of dropouts in schools, and HIV is also being high because of that, and then it also leads to fistula, because those girls are biologically they're not developed. So there's so many high cases of fistula because of those unwanted pregnancy, and dropout of schools, and illiteracy level also goes high.